Now this is what I call a city. It's taken me a little while, but finally I'm back in Tokyo, and I've got a week up my sleeve to check it out.
Tokyo is a city of over 12 million people. It's an absolute hive of activity. It doesn't matter where you go, there's neon lights and loads of noise. In fact, the biggest thing is the amount of people. There's just stacks and stacks of people. And it doesn't matter where you go, they all seem like they're in a rush.
There are so many people here, all busily moving around as they go about their daily routine. It's a hive of activity that starts before the sun rises and continues well into the night. Some people can become a bit overwhelmed by it all. Others though, like this bloke, can find serenity in amongst all the hustle and bustle. Another cool thing about Tokyo is that while it might be high-rise heaven, amidst the shadows of the modern-day buildings are temples and shrines dating back to a time when much of the world was yet to be discovered.
Asakusa is the temple district in Tokyo. It's where the old meets the new. And as you can see, at the weekends it really packs out, not just with tourists, but the locals love it here as well.
Asakusa is visited by nearly 30 million people every year. It's known for its old town atmosphere and historic Buddhist temples. It's one of Tokyo's most traditional neighborhoods, centered around the centuries-old Kannon Temple. Inside the precinct, there are market stalls where you can buy snacks and souvenirs. But most people come here to see Tokyo's oldest temple and either pray or just soak up the incredible history. While I was in town, the Tokyo Marathon was being run, as if things weren't busy enough already. The street was lined 10 thick with spectators, all cheering for the passing athletes. Seeing all the people streaming by made me feel a little guilty. You know what? I think I might start going to the gym when I get home. Feeling exhausted just from watching the marathon, I walked down to the pier at Asakusa to hop on board a cruise boat and take a trip down the Sumida River. It's a great way to see Tokyo, and it gives you a different perspective of the city. They call these things water buses, and they're really popular. The tour guide said that on a clear spring day, you can see beautiful cherry blossoms all along the riverbanks. But unfortunately for me, the weather was miserable. Beyond the water buses, Tokyo's transport system is pretty good, though the locals really like their bikes. But be warned, if you lock your bike up in the wrong spot, you'll get a parking ticket. The simplest way to get around town is on the train. The rail network is really extensive and it's easy to work out where to get on and off. And don't worry about being crammed into the train like a sardine. That's only during peak hour on the busiest platform.
The easiest and best way to get around Tokyo is on a train. They're clean, they're safe, and above all else, in true Japanese fashion, they're always on time.
While even at the quietest of times, the train stations are usually fairly busy. The Japanese are really well mannered and organised. Everyone stands in nice, orderly lines, patiently waiting for their trains. And if you do miss your ride, then there's generally another one coming along every 5 or 10 minutes. You gotta love that Japanese efficiency. I caught the train to Shibuya Station, which is only a short walk to the Meiji Shrine, smack bang in the middle of Tokyo. The story of this Shinto shrine is really fascinating. In 1912, Emperor Meiji passed away, and then 2 years later, so too did his wife, Empress Shokin. They were held in such high regard by the Japanese people that they wished to commemorate these influential figures by enshrining their souls. The building site was chosen because it was an iris garden where the Emperor and Empress would regularly visit. And after several years, the construction was completed. During the Tokyo air raids of World War II, the original building was destroyed. But once again, the people of Japan banded together to rebuild this beautiful shrine. Today, the shrine is one of the major tourist drawcards in Tokyo. But to the Japanese people, it is revered, not just as a place to remember Emperor Meiji and his wife, but also as a place of worship. Meiji Shrine is an incredibly spiritual place, and you could easily spend half a day strolling through the grounds and exploring this huge site. It's covered in beautiful gardens and forest, providing a bit of an oasis in the middle of Tokyo. It's hard to believe that it's only a short walk from one of Japan's most sacred and traditional sites to what symbolises the new Japan and the quirky culture it's known for. The place I'm talking about is called Harajuku. It's the counterculture, youth and fashion centre of Tokyo. But unlike many cities where such locales are hidden away and are the realm of only those in the know, this place has been embraced by the Japanese and is widely promoted for its great shopping. But I'm here to do a little people watching. What's everybody waiting for?
We're waiting for just to see the cat in the cafe.
Cat in a cafe?
Cafe, yes.
So what happened? You go into a cafe to see some cats?
Yes.
Why?
So I can't afford to have a cat in the house. It's really expensive to own the cat in Tokyo.
So you wait in line and go to the cafe to play with the cat?
Yes.
How often do you come to the cafe?
Maybe once or twice a week. Sometimes could be maybe 3-4 times a week.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
You should join us.
That's great. I should join you, but it could be a bit unique for me. That's just exactly why Japan is one of the most unique places I've ever been.